Good morning. This is Samuel Jacob Kirshner, voice of the Breeze, welcoming you to our morning live stream and meditation. Yesterday, there was a shortage of the internet in my area, which is why it was postponed to today. Normally, it is on Saturday morning. However, it's never too late to speak about soul care. And these days, as we are dealing a lot with finding the right healthcare, whatever that is, I wrote the following thing on Facebook this morning, which I'd like to read. And arguably, a civilized and great America should provide a free and great healthcare system. But in the meanwhile, take care of your soul and don't expect it from a president who doesn't know how to take care of his own soul. So, in my short time on this planet, 70 years to be more exact, I've come to notice that often we expect from the outside things that we can't give ourselves on the inside. And that is, in a sense, the root of codependency. Expecting anything, anyone, any authority, any power from the outside to make you happy. Then there is the other thinking, the thinking of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, be the change you want to see in the world. And many other wise people who said, practice what you teach, be the one you've been waiting for, all of the above. When it comes to healthcare, I mean, obviously, there are certain things that especially if you're not from this country, if you grew up in other countries, in my case, Germany, Israel, France, you realize that one of the most civilized marks of a country is providing healthcare, free healthcare, so that if you find yourself in need of an emergency room, or if you come down with some complicated illness, it's not going to wipe you out, of all your resources. This is where, for me, it's a no-brainer, but I noticed that in America, it's a big, big thing here. It tempers with socialism and communism and government, big government, small government. I'm sorry to say, I mean, that in my very little research about this, just reading papers and watching television and being here for 42 years, there is also another component which is, of course, talked about now more and more, but not enough even, and that is that there is a greed component in which companies, corporations want money before they want the well-being of people. And this is companies who are dealing with health. When it comes down to it, companies will, in the mentality of this country, and it is a mentality of greed. What can I say? There is, when some people consider, whether to invest in a tobacco company, who cares about the fact that it's been proven that tobacco, the way it's manufactured nowadays, is a hazard to your health. So of course it tempers with some deeper issues here. But the one thing that I really want to say is that, you cannot expect a country to take care of your soul, to provide you with soul care. It would be fantastic if eventually, and some of us are working in that way, eventually the healthcare system will be also inclusive of taking care of the soul of mental patients. So much of mental illness now is really being proven not to respond to medication and to the traditional ways of treatment. And there is now a rise in seeking out shamanism and ancient techniques and things that don't rely on the head alone, the heart, imagine, the soul. And in our case here, in our case, meaning those of us who are practitioners of conscious breathing, the breath, that very, very simple, innate, primal function that we have, breathing. We know that there is no life without breath. And there is so much in the breathing that is conducive to creating a state of well being, of being happy in the moment, just with being alive. I've worked with refugees in South Sudan, Syrian refugees in Berlin, people with AIDS, people with cancer, people struggling with catastrophes and with life threatening illness. And there is something about going back to the breath um, and breathing in a particular way uh, that's calm, that's slow through the nose, and also being mindful, staying in the moment, and having a heart for yourself, having compassion for yourself. It can transform misery and oppression to joy, oxygen, and ease. I've been practicing this for several years now and have been keeping myself from getting depressed just by daily paying attention to my breath and noticing when stress and anxiety trigger me and I have a reaction. I've developed a practice in which I breathe loud. I open my heart and breathe with more ease into the very conflict or challenge that I'm having in the moment. And the longer I'm doing it, the shorter it takes me to really transform my state. And I feel that I take responsibility for my mental health because, in my case, I did not respond to many treatments that were offered, and I was in a dire state of to kill myself because I was in so much pain and I couldn't tolerate it. How many people right now in this world are in that predicament? So, to me, it is about taking care of your soul, and soul and breath in Hebrew seem to be of the same root, neshama and neshima. So, the breath and the soul are connected. I believe so. I experience that all the time. And meanwhile, while we are waiting for whatever is going to transpire with the health system, um, we certainly cannot expect this president to teach us about soul care simply because he doesn't seem to possess that skill himself. And this is really a skill that you can't teach others or help others unless you're doing it for yourself. It's one of those teach what you preach, practice what you teach. Um, so, in the meanwhile, Why not take care of yourself? Why not take care of your soul? And yeah, taking care of yourself is very broad. Do manicure and pedicure and all the other things that you do to take care of yourself, go to the gym, eat well, all of that, and take care of your soul. And to take care of the soul, to me, really, what it means, more practically speaking, it is to breathe love, to lighten up, to connect to the calm joy in the moment, and to celebrate life, regardless of what's happening. It's a radical concept, I know. It doesn't come easy for everyone. It didn't come easy for me either. I had to do it because I had nothing else to resort to. And so I have learned to take care of my soul. And it's my priority before I do anything, before I run with my reactions to anything. And God knows there's so much to react to nowadays. I first and foremost do that. Again, I breathe love. I lighten up. I connect to the calm joy of the breath in the moment, and I celebrate. I celebrate being alive. To me, that's one of the most important things. We are living so much in our heads these days, and not enough in the heart, not enough in the breath, not enough in the soul. So this is what my focus is this morning. It is to pay attention to our soul care, the care of our soul, and regain our powers as human beings, no matter what is happening in our life. And I really mean that. It's never too late to breathe consciously, breathe love, lighten up, enjoy this moment, and celebrate being alive. It is actually sacred, making your life experience sacred. So I'd like to play now a track that has in it the 5 steps of the Breeze, in which we are learning, we are practicing through this practice how to take care of our soul and breathe love, find refuge in the breath, have a heart for ourselves, move with grace, make space, inhale the calm joy of this moment, exhale the pulsation of love, and celebrate life with confidence and ease. So please participate as well as you can. Some of it you can visualize, and some of it you can actually move with and experience what it's like.
Breathe love with the 5 steps of the Breeze. Pay attention to your breath. Slow it down, breathing in on the higher chime and out on the lower chime. Be one with the breath. Shake and awake your numbness and Feel the breath in your body and breathe with ease. Flow like a river and let go. Align your breathing and moving with the music and let go of struggle. Stand like a tree and make space. Open your heart to the breath and allow it to heal and wash clear constrictions, pains, fears, and struggles. Walk with grace. Walk the talk. Be present. Find your authentic pace and discover your original self, moment by moment, breath by breath. Dance and celebrate, breathing love, the joy you were born with, your original self. Love.
So, how do you feel right now? Do you notice any difference from the way you felt minutes ago? Do you like how you feel right now? Would you like to practice that on a daily basis? If you do, and if you would like to learn more about soul care and celebrating your life in a sacred manner and breathing love against all the odds, please go to our website, thebreeze.com, Breaze, and you can find out about all different activities that we have. We work with refugees and with just urban neurotics, uh, with children. I am right now working with children uh, at a mental hospital in New York, and families and communities and organizations and schools and individuals, of course, do Skype sessions if you live abroad. So pretty much available for the whole world. So I am going to make this short today because I am going to assist at a workshop about coherent breathing with Dr. Richard Brown, who is my teacher and my mentor and my friend. And I want to wish you all a day filled with joy and ease, good care of the soul. This is Samuel Jacob Kirchner. Until next time, next Saturday morning at 8. You can watch this on YouTube and also on my website, thebreeze.com, at the Gym for the Soul, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take care now.